What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with a fairly serious channel update announcement slash update thingy. So in some of my recent episodes, I've kind of tried to keep a decent wrap on it, but some of you might have heard me mention, or in the comments, that there's kind of been a lot going on outside of YouTube in my personal life, and it's caused some hectic stuff with recordings. Well, basically, the situation is that I'm getting ready to move. The process kind of became official a couple of days ago. Well, needless to say, there's a lot going on. For those of you that have moved before, you kind of know the rigmarole of how fast things can happen and all that stuff. So, in doing scheduling and trying to figure out what time I had to do things and what needed to be done in preparation for all of this to move forward, it's been very difficult to find time to do recordings, and some of you may have been expecting episodes today and are not getting them simply because I did not have time to do them the other day, and I just didn't really feel like that was very fair to just not be doing things and not let you guys know what was going on. So, with that in mind, basically this announcement thing is kind of to serve as, an announcement that I'm going to be kind of taking a break for a while all this is going on, and I need to kind of get everything situated and get all my ducks in a row and all that kind of stuff, and there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. And because of that, I'm not really going to have much time at all to do recording stuff. So basically, I'm not like abandoning the channel. I'm not like done with YouTube or anything drastic like that. But for the next month, maybe month and a half, I'm not really too sure on the timetable of how long some of this is going to take. It's been happening much faster than I expected, but then there are things that just take a specific set amount of time. You know, when you close on stuff, most closings are like 30 days, things like that. So I'm kind of giving myself like a month and a half, somewhere in there. I pretty much think it should all be resolved by that point, of putting my series kind of on hiatus for a while. With that said, I won't be doing stuff like, just typical every other day Space Engineers, Elite Dangerous, all those things that I tend to do daily videos on. But I am going to do my darndest to try and keep up with the Inspiration series, mostly because that's only once a week, and I know most people, would, really, really miss that. There's no question it's largely my most popular series on my channel. So, I am going to try and keep up with that. There may be a point, there might be a week where it doesn't show up, and that's probably because my computer was packed up or something, and I couldn't get to it, or it wasn't available or just feasible to do. But if I'm able to do it, I will probably try and do my best to make sure that the Inspiration series maintains and continues to go up. There are a couple of things that I also was in the process of working on. The side spin-off series to Dog Squad is almost done. There are still some finishing touches that need to be done on it. If I can get all that in order and everything before I really dive into some of this other process stuff that's going to take most of my time, then I might be able to schedule those for upload, and I won't have to be available to do the rendering and do the recording and all that stuff. It can just be, those can be uploading or releasing weekly. So there may still be some stuff coming out on my channel, but I'm mostly letting you guys know to not be expecting my normal schedule. Pretty much all that I can guarantee that I'm doing is the Inspiration series. And even that, there may be a couple episodes that they don't air. Like, there might be a week where it doesn't show up. Others, and pretty much any other series, expect it to be on hiatus. If I somehow, by some miracle, end up managing to pull an episode out here or there, that's great, but I would say plan on just the Inspiration series, and I do apologize for that. I know some of you really look forward to some of the content that comes out on my channel and stuff, but quite frankly, I'm a person, there's 24 hours in a day, and there's just a lot going on, and so it's just not feasible to try and do all of it at once. It would be different if, I was one of those, like, I consider myself a full-time YouTuber because that's what I put most of my time into, but in terms of finance, if this was like my bread and butter and this is how I made my money, that would be different. But at the moment, that is not really the case. It's not really enough to support me at the moment. So because of that, it's a little different in that, you know, it's not my full-time income that I'm thinking about. It's just time, and I just don't have the time to do it at the moment. Again, like I said, I'm not swearing off of YouTube or anything. I'll be back. I have I have too much fun doing it that I have no intention of just letting it fall by the wayside. I am going to take the time off to also reassess, so that when I come back, there might be some scheduling changes. I might change up my release schedule and change how many episodes I'm doing, you know, just things like that. So if you feel like it, feel free to leave comments on things that you would like to see. You would like to make sure that they make a return when I do come back, or things that, you know, I could do without this if you want to trim this, you know, whatever kind of feedback you want to leave, I'm open to it. And I will be trying to check my stuff, because I can do that from my phone and while I'm doing things and stuff like that. So, you know, I'll be able to kind of check my comments and things. I might not be able to sit down and reply to all of them, so don't feel bad if you don't get a reply right away. I will do my best to do so, though. But just kind of a heads up for you guys so that you're aware of what my situation is, and not kind of like, dude, it's been like a week and a half and I haven't seen any episodes. What's going on? Just so you're aware and it didn't kind of blindside you. That's what's going on, and that's kind of the time frame I'm looking at. I will let you all know if something changes and I'm able to come back earlier, or if it's going to take longer. I'll try and keep you guys in the loop. In terms of if anything changes, but I would expect month and a half kind of to be my hiatus window for a while. And as I said, I do still try and intend to do my best to keep up the inspiration series, so not everything, I'm not just completely, you're seeing no inactivity for a while, but really I would do no activity for a while just with what all's going on, but I I think I might have a mutiny on my hands if I just cancel the inspiration series for like a month and a half. I feel like I might have a revolt. So yeah, just kind of a heads up, keeping you guys in the loop, letting you know what's going on. And you know, if you feel like, you know, I don't feel like messing with it, blah blah blah, and I'm unsubscribing or something, you know, I understand. I get it. I hope you don't. I mean, no YouTuber wants to see people unsubscribe, but, you know, I understand. I get it. And for those of you that do stick around and, you know, is like, no, we're not going anywhere, you know, all that kind of stuff, I appreciate it. I'm always thankful for the continued support that you guys give me and all that stuff. So again, I hope you understand. I know it's kind of abrupt and probably disappointing a little bit, but, you know, life is what it is. So that's where I'm at the moment. That's what I'm looking at. That's my time frame. So yeah. I will probably be able to at least do an inspirations episode this week. I can guarantee that one. From then on, I'm going to do my best to get them out, but there might be spots where it doesn't make the cut. But I know I can do one this week. I've already got my picks picked out and things like that, so I'm good to go there. So I will see you guys in the next inspiration video, and yeah, I will see you guys later. Peace.